back to the show, folks.
Oh, you did that on purpose. You consciously didn't say, all right.
I did. I didn't want to get my balls broken first thing in the morning.
I saw your face light up. You said, welcome back, and you stared right at me.
Right at you. Because I knew I was going to get that shit-eating grin out of you.
I'm just saying. Good morning. How are you?
Fantastic.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys? Sipping on a coffee.
This coffee is delicious.
I know. Oh, this is the coffee. I'll tell you, my friend roasts at his home.
He roasts his own beans, yeah.
He roasts his own beans, yeah. I mean, I didn't do it any justice because I didn't follow a recipe. I just kind of like eyeballed it, and
it tastes real good though.
It is good, but I should make it a little stronger though.
It's got some legit flavor to it. I like it.
It's good.
Dude, sometimes when I go to bed at night, I can't wait to wake up in the morning just to drink coffee. I look forward to that. Is that weird? You ever think that way? That's how much I love coffee. Is that some white shit right there?
No, I like coffee, but I don't think I've ever rushed to bed because I couldn't wake up.
No. I don't rush to bed. I'm saying I'll think about it when I'm in bed, and I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to wake up tomorrow morning.
So what you're telling me is,
coffee.
When you're in bed, you don't think about your wife. You think about a cup of coffee in the morning.
What is this, the fucking Grand Inquisition here? I'm just trying to tell you a story. Why are you always trying to bring my sex life into this? Right?
I just want to make sure I fully understand what you're saying. I don't want to miss any miscommunication.
What's better than a full-bodied cup of coffee?
Probably your wife laying next to you. But that's just me. I don't think the American dream was growing up like, oh my God, wait till you grow up, have a family, buy a house, have a great job, and wake up in the morning, looking forward to a great cup of coffee. Thanks.
Listen, my measure of success, it's my French press.
Listen, I respect it. I enjoy a nice cup of coffee. Don't misunderstand it. I'm a pour over guy. I like coffee, so I enjoy coffee. So I get it, but I don't think I ever woke up in the morning like looking forward to like a cup. Like I can't wait in the morning so I can get a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
I just never had that.
I mean, coffee is a drug. Caffeine is a legit drug.
Oh no, we know. I feel some kind of way when I don't have it. If I go 2-3 days, I'm like, all right, now we need. Dude, it was at a point where I was drinking coffee 2 or 3 times a day. My parents used to drink 4 or 5 cups a day.
That's how, yeah, my dad was like that. And I started getting like that. I do like 2 cups in the morning, and I'd have an iced coffee in the afternoon. And if I didn't have that iced coffee in the afternoon, like a splitting headache.
Really?
I was like, this isn't good. So I cut back all the way back. 1 good cup of coffee in the morning. That's what I drink now.
Yikes, I never had a headache, I don't think. But I definitely had like caffeine withdrawal, and I could feel it. And I couldn't figure it out for like the first 2 days, like, what's wrong? And then after the 3rd day, I was like, you know what? I haven't had coffee in a while. So yeah, I'm addicted to it. We're addicted to caffeine.
Anyhow, I do love my wife. So just want to get that out there.
It took you 4 minutes to acknowledge your wife. Not brought up twice. I hope she don't hear this part.
She listens to all this.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Miss Slim, Mrs. Slim. I'm on your side. That's all I'm saying.
So am I.
Yeah. Sure you are, buddy. So what's going on, man? What do we got slated for today? I feel like today's a Mr. Rogers kind of mood. Like I'm just, in a very slow, very like I'm not tired, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm a little foggy still, maybe.
You look at Yeah, I mean, you don't look your best.
No, well,
To be honest with you.
you text me and was just waking up. I had minimum sleep last night.
And it shows.
The beast of a car went down. Like the batteries died, so I got to replace the car. I don't think I went to sleep till like 2 in the morning.
You mean your stereotypical vehicle that I guessed?
Uh, my reliable vehicle that gets me from point A to point B had a little trouble. It still has. Actually, I got to go out to Pep Boys today after the show and go get a battery.
Fair enough.
Mm.
I don't know. We got about 5 or 6 topics we can get through today.
Okay.
Let me take a look at them. These are all listener suggested as well.
Which we
Except
really
for the one.
appreciate.
I think
So
you,
if
I
you
think you
guys-
brought up.
Oh wait. Well, we appreciate the topic. So guys, we need to start opening the show off with askablackguy.com. Go comment. We read them all. We respond to them all, and we'll try to pick them and put them on the show. And if we do, sometimes we'll call you or text you back or email and tell you that we're putting it on the show. So definitely www.askablackguy.com. Write in the comments. Just give us some love.
Also, we're considering doing some merch, some T-shirts,
Oh yeah.
hats.
Ask a
Maybe
black
some
guy.
coffee mugs.
Coffee cups. We got to do coffee cups as much as we talk about coffee.
I love.
Maybe we
coffee.
can get a coffee sponsor.
I'd like that.
The official coffee of Ask a Black Guy. The full body roast. Just as bold as the host. See, I could do a whole commercial.
You could.
I could put a commercial voice on.
It'd be great.
Coffee.
And we drink out of our merch
Ask a
cups.
Black Guy.
Yeah.
Cups. Oh, we can. So when we start our video, which we're going to start doing somewhere down the line, hopefully soon, we just got to get some more equipment. Speaking of more equipment, there's a GoFundMe page. You can go right.
It's where we beg for money.
Yeah. Please, can I have some more? More?
Yeah.
Still,
Shit's expensive.
dude, bro, who you telling?
So we just want to keep getting better. We just want to keep learning. This is a big process.
Oh my god, yeah.
But it's been fun. It's a good learning curve.
Oh, toiling with all the equipment, all the software and everything.
Yeah. We were getting started. We were getting a lot of feedback about how shitty we sounded, particularly episode 1. And I think we even talked about this last episode. It's embarrassing how terrible that is. Which is weird because the content was pretty good, aside from your over cursing, according to my white friends.
Aside from my liberal use of expressive parts of the English language that they could not appreciate, is what you're saying.
Well, it took me a long time. I debated for a while whether or not to even let my parents or tell my parents about this.
Why?
Well, one of the reasons was because of that.
Because you curse?
Now,
Bro,
my dad wouldn't. My
My
dad
dad's-
wouldn't give a shit.
my dad's a pastor. You think I just like, hey, Dad, listen to this show or me cursing all the time?
Well, then how are you so comfortable just doing it?
Because I wasn't in front of him.
No. I'm not talking about being comfortable cursing, but being comfortable giving him the actual show.
Because I wasn't in front of him. It's like when you're a kid and you're watching a movie and the sex scene comes up and you watch it, you're fine. And then when you're watching a movie with your parents and the sex scene comes up, you're like, ah. It's like that.
That is one of the worst feelings.
It's like that. Like, that's what it was like. But my parents, I mean, I'm me. My parents accept me for who I am. They know my flaws. You know, not that cursing is a flaw, but that's my personality. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem saying, "Hey, mom, dad, here's a look into a part of my life." They know me. They know that's not my whole thing. I'm not just walking down the street saying, "Fuck, fuck, 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 fuck." Like, you know, they know that. Like,
Yeah. I don't know why I had such a hard time.
I don't know.
My
like,
parents know about this. Now, I will, full disclosure, I eventually did.
Mhm.
And I got good feedback from them.
yeah, your mother wrote in. She
Yeah, my
wrote a
mom-
comment.
She did. She
I
wrote
read
like
it.
she wrote like
Read the email.
she wrote like a book a fucking novel.
Yeah. I read that. She goes, "I'm Slim's lily white mom." I'm like, "Oh, hey, Miss Slim. How are you?" Yeah.
By the way, I feel like we're neglecting some of the results of our topics of the week and stuff too. We should go
Oh,
back
yeah.
through
I
that.
don't think we ever talk about that.
Yeah, so if you ever go to our website, askablackguy.com, there's a topic of the week at the bottom of the page. Usually correlates with the most recent episode. And you can take a little survey, write a little comment. We
I
should go
forgot
back
about
through
that.
that. Maybe
You're
not
right.
this episode, but
Next episode, we'll bring them up.
bring it up, let people know what some of the results were.
Yeah, I don't think we ever plugged the topic of the week. No, I think about it.
So anyhow, just a cool little thing. Get some listener engagement.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, but back to my telling them my
Yeah,
family.
you were
about the
afraid to
show.
tell your mother and father. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it just your parents or just a bunch of your friends?
No, just my parents.
See, I don't know. Like my father and I, and not to say that you and your father don't, like our relationship is like we still have the relationship of father son dynamic, but I think when I had kids, and when I turned after I had children, and right when I turned about like 25, I felt like our relationships kind of like changed from it what's a good word? I won't say change. I guess it evolved from just a father and son to like a friendship kind of thing. So we still had the father and son basis, but now I'm more comfortable talking to him about any and everything. Like we can talk about anything. You know what I mean? Like he's like one of my best friends. So like it wasn't hard for me. Like, yo, I got a podcast. I say fuck 200 times, but but
I wasn't as concerned about my father. He cusses more than I do. Way more than I do.
My dad don't curse at all.
He's a pastor.
But my mom, I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'll just go. All I'm saying is, do I need a legal disclaimer so I don't get sued? You ever hear a person string together a group of curse words that never really not made sense? They don't go together, but somehow the universe pulled all these words together, and you know exactly what this person meant. Yeah, I know somebody like that.
Well, it wasn't necessarily the cursing either for my mom. I mean, like the first episode, we talked about black dudes and giant dicks.
This is
and
true.
Like, and why they like chicks with big asses.
Yeah, my parents were listening to that too, and I was like, shit. So I didn't really want to be around when they were listening to the episode.
I think my parents were in Arizona before I talked to them about this.
What'd they say?
They just moved out there, and that's when I decided that it was okay to tell them about the show.
Listen, I know you got some major life-changing events coming up, so I'm just going to slide this right on under the rug so you can just blow by it. I got you.
And they've listened to every episode since, so they give me some good feedback. Yeah.
Nice. What'd they say? Because you haven't told me shit.
Well, awkwardly, my mom actually commented on the big dick story to me in a text right after she listened to it. Remember I told you the story of my dad in the Navy, and he had a friend,
yeah,
where his dick like hung below his kneecap, and the dude was always naked.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, that's the particular story she commented on in a text. She was like, "Oh, we were watching a movie the other day, and your father told that story again, and I had forgotten about it, and then we just listened to your podcast."
Sure, she forgot about it. She forgot about it for 40 years.
Oh. So then I get this text, and I'm looking at it like, I don't know how to comment back to this. So I just let it ride.
So you and your mom are having text conversations about dicks.
That's a one-way conversation, bro.
About black dicks in particular.
It's a one-way conversation.
Hey, Mom, look what I found on Google. Oh, that's nice. Look what I found in the February edition. Oh, that's hilarious. That is fucking rich.
And that's exactly why I waited so long to tell my parents about this shit.
Well, that was great.
I mean, it's radio gold, but it's wildly uncomfortable.
Well, you know, I think if my mom was sending me text messages about dicks, I'd be a little unfringed, I guess. I'm like, oh, this is awkward, but
my parents, both of them, are very uninhibited.
Yeah, well, good.
I got a good relationship with my parents, but
you guys just never talked about dicks like that before.
I never had like an open dick conversation. Nah, never happened.
Not even like when you're going through puberty. Puberty, they never do.
No.
I don't know why every time I get on the mic, I cannot
enunciate.
Yeah, enunciate. Like,
I have a problem with that too.
What is that?
I don't know. I think because we're trying to get thoughts out real fast. Because I'm always afraid that I'm gonna lose my thought, so I'm like in a rush to get it out.
Man, you might be right.
It's
Maybe I just need to slow down.
We probably do need to just take a breath.
Speech class. La 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 la.
See, like I had a good thought that I wanted to get out, and now it's out of my head.
Did I make you lose it?
Yeah.
Or we're talking
but
about.
It'll come back.
We're talking about you and your mom talking about dicks, and then we're talking about. And you were talking about like you and your mom never talked about dicks, not even during puberty. And I asked you again. You should see Slim faces so red right now. Well, black dicks in particular. You know, his face is so red right now. Look at that.
It's the worst.
Is this embarrassing for you? It's a hard topic to talk about.
It's just uncomfortable.
What, black dicks are uncomfortable, or just
I mean, I've never experienced that, but talking about black dicks with my mom, it's uncomfortable.
I see.
It's weird.
I think every relationship evolves at some point. So, I mean, I think, you know, it's all right. Just sit down and have a conversation with her. You know?
Well, you mentioned the comment and the email she wrote on her website.
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about that? You can bring that up because that was hilarious. It was all about how Slim grew up in Idaho, how there was no black people around, and when he first saw his first black people, Idaho.
I was actually born in Vermont.
Idaho.
So when I was real young, my mom worked nights. My dad was working days. And again, I'm a baby, 1, 2 years old. And every night my dad had me, he would be sitting there drinking Budweisers and be watching Magnum PI.
Oh, nice. The old school cop show.
Yeah. He loved
Magnum had the big
apparently I did too.
Mustache, the handlebar mustache.
Magnum PI was Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
on Magnum PI, the black character on that show was named TC.
I remember.
Right?
That's the so if you don't know who he is, he played what's his name? What's his
it's on the tip of my tongue.
He played Apollo Creed in Rocky, like the original Rocky. What's his name? Why can't I remember his name?
I don't know. It's on the tip of my tongue too. You could look it up.
Oh man. Yeah.
But living in Vermont, dude, there's no black people in Vermont. So as a child, I'm not seeing any other black people than what I see on Magnum PI at night. So she recalls this story where we go down to Burlington to do some shopping or something.
Yeah.
And I go into an elevator, and here comes the first black guy I've ever seen in my life. And he must have been a bigger black dude. And I look right up at him as a little kid and I go, "Look, Mom, it's TC." If that doesn't explain what most white America experiences,
it's hilarious.
Their interactions with black people, that's it.
That's hilarious. The way she explained it was, you were like, "Look, Mom, it's TC, it's TC."
Well, I was pumped up because I love Magnum PI. I love that whole.
Yeah, she was trying to like tell you like, no, but you wasn't
She
trying
was
to hear
embarrassed.
it.
She was so embarrassed.
It's hilarious. What did the guy say?
He probably laughed. He probably like, this little bastard.
Like, oh,
let's
well, look, it's fucking Dumbo.
Although, yeah, right. I mean, truthfully, my ears were the same size when I was 3 as they are right now.
Jesus Christ!
My head just grew into them.
How did you not blow away?
I'm not saying I didn't.
They're like sails, bro.
I don't know. Just if you catch the wind the right way, just like Dumbo.
I like it. It's all right. Oh, so the guy named TC was Carl Weathers.
Weathers. Yeah.
I had to Google it. I couldn't.
It was right on the tip of my tongue.
This is why we need another computer so we could just.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
He's like a staple of the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that dude.
I agree. Nice. All right. How'd that make you feel? The little trip down the memory lane?
Well, truth be told, I don't remember it. It's what my mom remembers. And I'm just retelling her story. But I've heard this story many times throughout my life. Changes a little bit every time. So I don't really know how. In fact, she reminded me. What?
I didn't know it was going to come across. I tried to whisper.
But you said it.
I tried to whisper. I forgot I was sitting right in front of the mic. I didn't know it was going to come across.
That was horrible.
I'm sorry.
You know that when you whisper, even next to these like rock star mics that we have, they can pick you up. Watch. Hey, Smooth. I can still hear you.
If you know me in real life, I'm a ultimate joker. Like I crack jokes all day long to the point where I'm kind of an asshole about it.
Can be exhausting.
I mean, it's not malicious, but I'm very opportunistic. Why can't I talk?
Opportunistic.
I'm very opportunistic when it comes to jokes and comedy. And I just had it, and I was like, I'm not going to do it on the air, but I do want Slim to know that there is some greatness right here. And I try to whisper, but I forgot that the mic just picked it all up. Oh, so I'm not going to repeat it. But if you back up 3-4 minutes, you can probably hear.
You don't have to back up, because I don't think it was that funny. He whispered black dicks. I'm not even sure if I get the context, but I was mid thought, so
yeah. Oh,
you're a giggly dude today. What is wrong with you? Get your shit together.
I'll wait till you edit the show. You'll call me.
I'm gonna leave this in. This is.
You ever laugh so hard that your fucking stomach just start hurting? Oh,
not in a while.
Thank you for that. My soul is satisfied.
No, thank you.
Oh, I got tears in my eyes. Legit tears. Oh man.
So anyhow, that was my first real life interaction with a black guy.
Nice. I like it.
It only took me 3 years.
It's not bad. That's pretty. It's a pretty good slide scale, I guess.
Why don't black people live in cold environments? Generally speaking,
a lot of black people don't like the cold. It's our skin. We got melanin in our skin. We're built for the summer and the heat and the sun. The same reason why we don't like sunburn is bad as some white people.
Is
Like you
that
leave
really?
them in
Is
the
that you really
sun.
think that's what it is?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you look at the whole, if you want to go back and look at the whole like science thing, like when they talk about Pangea, how everybody was in what?
Well, Pangea. You're going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pangea, when all the continents were together.
Yeah.
You looked at me like you didn't know what Pangea was.
No, I know what it is. I didn't think you were going back millions of years.
That's what it was, and then it was like, and then it all broke up, and then people started to move further and further away from the equator, and then their bodies started to, evolve
Evolution.
and change, and yeah, and then adapt to their environment. So yeah, but
So, are you more sensitive to cold? Like, do you get cold very easy?
no, well, I'm 330 pounds. I like it cold. I hate the sweat. I hate sweating. I sweat like nonstop. In the summertime, I'm 2, 3, 4 showers a day. I carry a rag.
So, would you live in an environment like that? Would you live in a mountain town in Vermont?
Me personally, well, you know me, like I lived all over the country, so I like the mountains. I would live in the mountains, but
What about just black guys, black people in general? If you're going to speak for them, generally speaking,
don't say it like I'm the motherfucking black spokesman for the whole goddamn race.
you're the king.
No, motherfucker.
No, just say generally speaking.
No, but black people don't really mess with the cold. They like warmer, tropical,
but not even on vacation.
Because it's not really a vacation.
Because I lived all over the country too, like you say, Idaho, Vermont,
Idaho,
Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the time I lived out in Idaho, I could count on one hand the amount of black people I saw out there.
Well,
Is that just cold weather?
No,
Can't be. It's got to be something else.
Well, it's not just the cold weather. It's like it's demographics too. So black people go where where they feel safe. Like like after the can I call it the Great Migration from the South? I don't want to keep referencing slavery every goddamn show, but after that, everybody started moving in like cities and stuff like that. Like, so you won't really find people in like Iowa and Idaho. Like you might see a couple of them, but you're not gonna see large populations. Like they go where they feel safe. I mean, for a time, like black people, you couldn't just go throughout the fucking country. Like just certain places, you black, you just can't go. Like I feel like Mississippi. Every time I hear Mississippi, I just hear, nope, not going there if I'm black.
You hear some, you hear some banjos playing.
Yeah, like you just don't. Just because the history behind it too. Like even when I was down south, I was in North Carolina for a year. Like there's places I wouldn't even think about going. My white friends like, oh, let's go. I'm like, nah. I'm always looking for like double crosses, 88s, Confederate flags. Like this shit is like, no, I can't go there. Like if I used to be in a bar, or if I wanted to go to the bar, I was in North Carolina. If somebody was hanging the Confederate flag out there, I'm not fucking going in there. Like no. Fuck no. And that's North Carolina. I was in the western part of North Carolina, like the mountain part.
Mountain area.
Yeah, it's like there's certain place, like certain place, and out there I was like the only black person, like literally. But there was one other. This is a true story. I was in Franklin, North Carolina, for like 2 years, and the only other black person I ever saw, right? I'm exaggerating a little bit. There were like maybe 3 or 4 black people that I saw in my 2 years. No bullshit. So the only other black person I saw, I kind of don't even want to say this story because it's so stereotypical.
You gotta say it now.
So me and my friends, or my friends and I, walked into. So we were going to lunch, and
yeah, you gotta say it. Just own it.
I really don't want to say it. I just don't want to sound it because
you gotta own it.
So this was about
stereotypes are based in reality, bro.
5 years ago.
Go.
A group of friends and I'm the only black one.
You're struggling right now.
Walked into, because I say it's gonna sound, let's go like fuck.
Just do it, like a Band-Aid.
So we were going to lunch. It's like 5 of us. So we decided to go to a place They had all you can eat. It was like $10 a person, which was a deal, especially if we wasn't getting paid. You know, we were training, but we weren't getting paid. And I was like, oh, all right. You know, it's a good place. I think it was a good place. So
What was the name of the place?
we went to lunch. All right. So my 5 friends and I
Would you just say
went to
it?
lunch.
What are you doing?
It was KFC, all right? It was fucking KFC. And it had an all-you-can-eat buffet for like $10. And I was like, this is fucking gold. Jackpot. Jackpot.
That's bonkers. You're saying you found a KFC?
Franklin, North Carolina.
Buffet?
For like $9.99, $10. And then we walk in, and the first black dude I see is a picture on the wall of a employee. He's like the employee of the month, a black guy. and they called him the Fry Master. He was the Fry Master. I was like, fuck. Ever since I walked in, I was like, shit. All right. I'm like, all right. I was like, damn it.
Good for that guy, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But, you know, I was like, the only other black person I saw, or the first black person I saw, was at fucking KFC.
Did you actually interact with that guy? You just saw the picture.
No, I just saw the pictures. So I was like, oh, all right. But the food was good. KFC was fucking rocking. Oh, it was so good. Oh man. Oh yeah. But then I saw some more black people at like the Walmart, like months later. I'm like, oh, and you know, black people got this greeting when we see other black people. When you see, or you know, in places where we don't normally see black people, we become like super friendly. It's either that nod or we'll actually go and talk. Like, oh, what's up, man? And I talked to this group, like, oh, I haven't seen other black people in like 6 months. Like, where y'all from there? Like, oh yeah, we just passing through. We stopped at the Walmart. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You guys have a nice day.
Is that where that conversation ended?
Pretty well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. So.
I have noticed that hanging around you, the comfort level you have with complete strangers that are black, in particular, you just go up, you can have a dialogue with them like you're best friends.
Yeah, it's like a secret understanding.
Yeah.
Like we kind of like, oh, all right, what up? The culture, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we all remember when I told you. So it's the black culture. So we kind of got like
I think we've talked about this before,
an understanding.
but it's worth repeating.
Yeah, there's always an understanding. There's a positive understanding. There's a negative understanding. So like, and then it's conversations that can be had without words, just based off body language, based on looks, based on glances. I mean, pretty sure you know, everybody has this, but the culture itself is familiar with black people. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just our thing. Like we kind of like, it's like, all right, cool. It's not that many. Like, oh, see you stand out. What's up?
I'm jealous of that.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like if I did that, just some stranger white person in the street, they'd stare at me like I had 9 heads.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, remember we went back
There's
to
no
the first
community.
episode?
You know?
Well, I wouldn't say there's no community, but like I said, remember to go back to
No,
the first
among white
episode?
people, there's no community. Among strangers, like just because you're white and I'm white, there's never a connection based on that.
Right. Well, like I said, that goes back to like the first episode when we
it.
talk about.
Yeah.
Because like when someone like you see a white person, you can't really identify their origin or heritage. And you see black people, you know, that motherfucker's black from a block away. You know, it's what it is. So it's like, you know, it is what it is. Plus, we're different. Like we always grew up with like the whole sense of, you know, community. Our parents had to work all the time, so these parents are watching your kids down the road, and these parents are watching the road down the road. And it doesn't matter because anything can happen, and we're like, somebody's here for you all the time. Remember that time we had this conversation And I was like, yeah, like it's different for black people. Like they'll babysit people's kids, like family members and shit like that. Like I can call like my sister and be like in the middle of nothing or the middle of whatever she's doing and drop kids off and no problem, you know. And then I called her up and I'm like, and I think she was doing schoolwork too. It's like, oh, what time was it? Like 10?
Yeah, it was
10
late.
o'clock
It was late at night.
late at night, like 10, 11 o'clock at night. Where
Yeah.
were we at? What were we doing?
Oh, we were hanging out, having a beer or something.
Yeah, it was like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, yeah, I could call my sister, you know, or and just drop the kids off. And it don't matter how crazy the situation is. Like our family is just like, we're always there for each other. Like, especially when it comes to kids, the communities, like, and I was like, she literally was doing schoolwork that was due that night. I called my sister. Phone goes ring, ring, ring. She go, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, I gotta drop the kids off to you. They didn't eat. They didn't shower. I'm running around doing something, and it was minimal. I was like, I got something to do, you know, blah, blah,
2,
blah.
3 in the morning.
Yeah, and I'm like, I won't be back till like 2 or 3 in the morning. And I got this other kid with me that's a friend. This kid pees on himself. He doesn't like, he's not potty trained. He's like 8, and he eats chicken with 2 fingers and upside down, and he shits himself, and his one leg is off, and it's behind his couch, and you gotta walk it on his shoulder, and then like feed him with a spoon upside down, but only at 12:10. Like, she was like, all right, well, just bring him over. I got schoolwork.
She didn't even bat an eye, dude.
Nope.
It was out of control. And then if I, the converse of that would be, I call up like my mother-in-law or something and be like, hey, can I drop my daughter off like 8 o'clock tomorrow morning? You only got to watch her for a couple hours. She's real good. She feeds herself. And she'd be like, I don't know. You know, kind of busy. I don't know if I can do that. That's how that goes.
Yeah, it's funny. It's just like I mean, we got the community thing going on. We got the family thing going on. It's just like, you know, just a level of comfort across the culture.
Yeah.
You know, but just as easy as it's positive, it's also negative. Like you can be out somewhere like out in Cali or whatever, and I won't just say Cali, but whatever. You could be wherever. You're in the wrong hood. You move a certain way. You look the certain way. You look the wrong way. It's on. Like, listen, there's body language that talks. You know what I mean too. So it's like it's the culture. There's
Talk
shit
about
to
that.
say. What?
Expand on that.
So I mean, like if you're first of all, if you're in the wrong hood, this not your hood, and it's a hood. It's like it's not like I don't mean to. When I say hood, I don't want our listeners to associate every black neighborhood with the hood, like the ghetto.
Right.
That's not the case. But I'm talking
Plenty
about if you're in the
affluent
ghetto,
black neighborhoods.
yeah. I mean, even middle class. But if you're in the ghetto, or I mean, it could be any. It's not even just the ghetto. If you in the wrong hood, which you don't belong to, and you walking on somebody's street and you see a group of dudes and you just stare them down and walk by, it's like you just asking for trouble. Don't do that. That's just dumb.
I've never experienced that from the white side of the house. Like I've never felt I was in a wrong neighbor or a wrong white neighborhood. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've never thought about it either. But thinking about it now,
Mhm.
I've never felt uncomfortable. The only time I felt like that
Mhm.
was when I was in Telluride, Colorado.
Where?
I was passing through Telluride, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big skier.
Okay.
And me and my old man doing a cross country trip.
Mm-hmm.
And we always wanted to go Telluride. They got a really nice mountain there. This was middle of summer. We weren't skiing, but I just wanted to pass through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a big ass red pickup truck, Maryland plates. All right. You got to drive like 30 minutes down this one road through a valley to get to Telluride. It's kind of isolated. And
Right.
you get in, we were immediately the outcasts of this place. We were redneck hillbillies amongst Beverly Hills. It was the only time I felt completely out of place.
Yeah.
And I even looked at my dad and I said, after we had this whole experience, like, this is what it's like to be a minority. Like, we were legitimately run out of that town, bro.
Yeah.
I tried to go get a hotel. There was not many hotels there. So we roll up to the one and I park my big red pickup truck right in front. We get out. Hey, do you have any room availability? Literally, the manager of the place went like, looked over our shoulders, saw the truck that we got out of, looked right back in my eyes and said, yeah, I don't think you guys are going to be comfortable here.
That's
Said
legit.
that.
Yeah.
My old man lost his shit. Get the fuck out of here. We jumped back in the truck, peel out,
Yeah.
and just rolled out of that town, dude. It was crazy.
I believe it.
And there was nothing but Range Rovers, Mercedes, AMGs, like,
Oh, you're like the upper high class.
dude. Oh, way beyond any level of affluence that I've ever spent any time with. Like, it was out of control. This is a playground
funny.
for the rich and famous. And I didn't really know that. I mean, I knew that there was wealthy people there, but I didn't know it was so judgmental.
That's funny.
They ran us out of town.
Yeah.
And I had that conversation with my dad. I'm like, this is what a minority feels like. And he looked at me and goes, yeah. I've never felt that.
It's funny because I had that same situation, but it was opposite. We were going to a family reunion. My mother, my father, my two sisters. It was in Niagara Falls. And we were driving and we had to pull over and get gas. I can't remember exactly where we were at. And I get out the car with my dad. We walk into the gas station. My dad walks in. He looks around. He's like, come on, let's go. Like, we leave. I'm like, what's up? I thought we was getting gas. He's like, come on, boy. He said, don't you know Klan territory when you see it? I was like, shit, no. No, I'm in high school. I was like,
no, teach me. Why is this?
I'd have been like 10th grade. And we left. I don't think we stopped for gas till we got out of the state. Like, it was like, oh. So it's like, fuck that. No. So yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And that's why black people don't just fucking live everywhere, because it's like, they're like, oh, all right, well, we need to get the fuck up out of here.
Yep.
You know, like shit.
It was bizarre. Now I didn't feel like I was in any danger like that. You just felt.
Well, I didn't feel it. My dad was aware enough, but I didn't. You know,
I just felt very unwelcomed, and I've never experienced that. It was bizarre. Maybe more white people need to experience that. Maybe that would be useful.
Yeah, well,
spend a couple minutes in minority shoes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think if we all spent some minutes in other people's shoes, the world would be a lot better than what the fuck it is now.
Yeah, there's no argument there.
So, but that is
anyhow,
what it is. But yeah, that's the whole black community thing, and how people see each other like, oh, what up, what up? Like, shit.
I like that though. That's why I like hanging out with you. Because you strike up a conversation with anybody.
Well, that's also because I lived by myself for 4 years, bouncing all over the country. Like, I would literally move from one state to another state and be the only person, and then on top of that, be the only black guy in the middle of fucking nowhere. So I didn't have no choice but to strike up conversations with people. So what I started doing was like, so what I learned, and this is a little fucked up too. So what I learned was how to like get white people defenses down. So what you gotta start. So what I had to do was like start listening to the same music they like, country music I started listening to, rock and roll, all that shit like that, and then just bring it up in casual conversation. Oh, you like Luke Bryant? Oh, you like Taylor Swift? I'm like, oh, I like Incubus. I like Third Eye Blind. Yeah, okay. Let's
you like the Chili Peppers?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, like, so it was like, but I also had to, which I don't want to go into this because I kind of feel like I want to say this for another topic, but I had to like like, dumb down my blackness too. Because like I would like to listen to rap music, and I mean I'm not blasting it through the streets on like volume 10, but it's rap music. I don't want to pull up in front of a bunch of white people playing my like DMX or Jay Z and shit, and they just stare at me like, of course, like because like I said, I'm the only black person around, so now I'm the representative for the entire race. So it's like I can't give them all my blackness all at once, and I gotta water it down a little bit, which was fucking annoying. But you gotta learn how to like walk the walk and fucking you know
You got to be a chameleon in a way.
yeah, you gotta make white people feel
Mhm.
comfortable, which is like what the fuck.
That's a good skill to have, though.
What, to make white people feel comfortable?
Yeah, actually. No, just being able to talk to
No, just
anybody
to blend in
and
with.
make anybody feel comfortable.
No, it
Yeah,
is,
'cause
and it
not a
served
lot of
me
people have
very
that.
well. Yeah, it served me very well. Like I said, I have a lot of friends that are white. I have a lot of friends that are Asian. I have a lot of friends that are Hispanic. And just because like you know, I've been able to
Relate.
relate. Yeah,
It's just about being able to relate to people. That's all.
that's all it is.
You can always find commonality with somebody. You just got to talk to them, and that's the
Yeah,
thing.
I'm always about. So there's two things that unite people. There are two universal languages. If I can't speak your language, your verbal language, there's two languages that people actually speak, and I wrote a paper about this. So it's we communicate through food and we communicate through music. You know what I mean? So like I sit down and I break bread with you. You see that the food is for nourishment of my body, and then you see that like okay, this guy is just like me. He needs to eat. He needs to like we have common ground. There's a commonality over food, so we kind of communicate non-verbally as human beings that way, um, and it kind of lowers our defenses.
Or coffee.
Or coffee, well, food, and then the other thing is like music. It doesn't matter. Like good music is good music. Like you can hear music in another language and just another rhythm. However, it's just something completely different you never, experience. But if it gets to you, it gets into your soul. Like music speaks to your soul. You know what I mean? So it's like you guys instantly communicate. You start tapping your feet and all that shit like that, and like it just speaks. So it's two universal languages: music and food. You ever want to reach anybody, you can reach people through music, and you can reach them through food. People love to eat good food, and people love to listen to good music. And nothing affects your mood better than a good meal or a good song. It'll make you happy. It'll make you sad. It'll make you full. It'll give you the itis. It was just good.
I agree with that.
So that's what I learned throughout life. How you feel?
I'm looking at our list here, see what the next move is going to be.
Let's see.
Why can't white dudes dance? What's up with that? What's your take on that?
So it's funny.
And I fall in this category.
I heard a comedian.
Zero rhythm.
I heard a comedian say like years ago. He said it's not that white people can't dance. He said like black people dance to the rhythm or the bass, and white people dance to the words.
That's pretty funny.
I can't remember what comedian said that. It's like it's not that white people can't dance. It's just that when they listen to music, like black people dance to the bass, to the rhythm, and white people dance to the words.
That's a hilarious observation.
But
because it's very true.
I mean, there's a white people that can fucking dance.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, you can.
But there is a classic
how to dance.
There is a classic like white girl dance where they do the little bop, the little. If you can see me now, it's like the little shoulder action.
They love
with
that.
the head bop, like bop, 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 and they just jump around. Yeah,
you just hummed Hanson.
That's because I said bop, bop, and then bop. Yeah, that's my That's how you lower white people's defenses. This guy knows Hanson. He's all right.
It's true.
You get pulled over.
Yeah, you just turn
I'm sorry,
Hanson
officer.
on.
Let me turn down my Hanson CD. Is that Hanson?
Oh,
Yes, sir, it is. Have a nice day, sir.
Be on your way.
I'm sorry to have disturbed you along your way today.
It's
But
true
yeah.
though, but I do feel like white people just naturally can't dance. It's a
You know
learned
what?
thing where I don't think black people have that same problem.
It's a learned thing, but it's also a confidence thing. Because if you can't dance, but if you dance like you can, like you confident about it, it don't matter. You know,
I don't know,
like
man.
I can't really, like I can dance, but I'm not like I can't Chris Brown, Usher
Nah.
fucking dance like Michael
That's
Jackson.
professional.
Yeah, but I can two-step my ass off all day long.
Yeah, but I can't. You see the difference there?
You gotta dance.
I'm not
to the
trained
rhythm,
either.
man. You gotta listen to the rhythm, bro. What do you listen to when the music play?
Oh, I listen to all kinds of stuff.
No. I mean, like
Oh, do I
when
listen
the music
to the words
is playing.
or the bass?
Yeah, like when the music is playing, do you listen to the rhythm? Because there's a if you listen to a song, there's a structure. There's bass, or there's a hi hat.
I mean,
Like, what are you dancing to?
I don't even know.
Because when I two step, I'm two stepping to the like I'm two stepping to the bass. But if I want to go faster, then I'll listen for a different instrument. Like I said, if they got the high, and I'll just move a little faster. Like
I just move, and I move ugly.
yikes.
You know?
Like if I'm dancing, it's like I do a lot of Spanish dancing, a lot of Hispanic dancing,
Like salsa
Latin
stuff.
dances. Yeah, like so. So salsa, it's a 6-step.
It's on the hips too.
Yeah, but you listen to the what's the name of the instrument? I can't remember. But it's like first it was a boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom, and you move every boom. So boom, ba boom, 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 like you move that. And then bachata is like a 3-step. So it's like 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up.
See,
It's a 3-step.
you're thinking way more about it than I do when I'm dancing.
Well,
Maybe
you
that's
gotta-
the problem.
Well, you gotta listen to the instruments. Certain instruments that give you the cue.
See, you're breaking it way down. I just listen to the music, and I move, and I'm like a stiff board. Like I'm always trying
That's
to do the
probably
robot.
why.
But it's a horrible robot. I don't even do that good.
So all you got to do is pick an instrument. Just listen for it.
So I'm looking for some line in the music, whether
Yeah.
it's the bass.
Some instrument, and
Or
that's
there's
what you
harmony.
take your cue on, and just go with that. Now you can't be on the fucking hi hat, and she's on the goddamn bass, because it's never gonna. It's gonna look weird. But if you find your rhythm, find that instrument, and go, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, but the problem I feel like we run into as white people is you just don't have that ability to like loosen up. Everybody's so rigid and uptight. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I like I'm doing the robot,
Sorry.
and I'm not alone on this.
I probably would say yeah.
Girls are a little better than dudes at
Girls
this.
are a lot better than dudes. Well, women.
But hold on, because I think there's a lot of white girls that think they can dance out there, and they can't.
Yeah, well, this is true too. And no, I agree. But I don't know. See, I was
know that's true.
I was going to counter. I was going to counter that statement. Well, maybe you haven't seen this little movie called Footloose. With the Kevin Bacon.
Dude, if I can move like Kevin Bacon,
Well, they're all professionals too. I've never seen a white high school dance with that much rhythm in my life. Never, ever. And I'm not saying that it's not possible. I just never say,
they were breaking the law.
But the newer kids now, all the new dances that they're coming up with, the little white kids got it. Like they pick them up and they rock with it.
Again, I'm not saying it's across the board. Maybe it's a generational thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd be better at like swing dancing or something. I don't know. I've never tried that.
Swing dancing.
Yeah.
Swing dancing.
Yeah. You know that dancing that white people did in like the 40s?
I'm very familiar with swing dancing.
It's
Black people did it too.
That actually seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, when you go tossing people left and right and toss them up and down.
I don't know if I'd have the skill for that though.
I mean, you need to have the cardiovascular too. That shit, it's a workout.
I got that. I was worried about
Took
that.
that shit back to 43, bro. God damn. You just skipped over the whole breakdancing era. You just skipped over the twist. You just skipped over the mashed potato. What else is there? What else is out there?
What's the mashed potato?
Come on. Oh, you don't know the mashed potato? Dude, it's a
I don't know that.
oh man. It's a dance from like what, 50s, 60s?
I've never heard of that.
Oh man, I gotta share the mashed potato off there. We'll YouTube it. You can see it. I think it was a white guy friendly dance too. So,
Oh, white guy friendly dance?
Mhm.
What does that mean?
Means you can do it.
Don't tell me what I can do on the dance floor because it ain't much.
I think you do the mashed potato. We can get you situated in the mashed potato. You can pull it out the next party. I can mash potato.
I'll do like the sprinkler.
The twist. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
What
shopping
was that?
cart. The shopping cart.
Are you just making shit up? I wish we had video. That was awkward.
Of course it was. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That was scary. That thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome to my world, dude.
Nah, I don't want it.
It's
Mm-mm.
amazing that I met a woman dancing like that.
Did you didn't meet her dancing, right? How'd you meet your wife?
Meet her dancing. That's funny.
How did you meet your wife?
In college.
Oh,
She
so
said-
it wasn't at a dance.
No, it was all because of this charming personality.
So she was drunk.
It took me a long time.
Did it really?
This wasn't a thing that happened overnight.
Oh,
This was months.
give me
months
the
and months.
story. Now I'm curious. Give me the story.
It's not a thrilling story by any means.
Okay.
She literally sat a couple rows down from me in class.
Hmm.
I looked at her. Wow, she's a smoke show. I gotta go talk to her. So I sat next to her.
Of course, like
Sparked up a conversation. She told me she didn't want to date. I said, okay, but we don't have to date. A couple classes go by. Sat next to her again. Sparked up another conversation. Found out that we were both runners.
Mhm.
And then I asked her if she just wanted to go run with me. And she said yes to that.
Uh-huh.
Still no date, though. Wasn't a date. She's running.
Uh-huh.
And then slowly, I broke down that barrier. Just like you do with white people.
Oh, okay.
Just little things.
Uh,
I was throwing everything at her. She wasn't biting. And the rest is history after that. I don't know, it
nice.
took probably 3-4 months
Really?
to wear her down. She finally said, yes, I'll come to a party that I was throwing.
Oh, you threw a party?
Well, when I met her, what was I, a sophomore? I never lived in a dorm.
Mm.
Had a townhouse that rented with a bunch of other roommates.
Right.
And so we would always have parties at our spot because the kids that were our age all lived in dorms and party there. So always had parties at my place, like ragers.
Nice.
And then finally she came to one and then sealed the deal then.
So you didn't dance at this party is what you're telling me.
Dude, I do not dance.
That was smart.
The thing is I like to, but I know I'm so bad at it that I don't do it.
It's all right. There's a song that I like. I don't know who sings it either, but it's called "Dance Like You're All Alone." Dance like you're all alone. Do 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 do. Dance like you're all. That's for you. You go in
Yeah.
your room, you play that song. You go enjoy yourself.
Yeah, but I don't like watching myself dance because I'm bad. Nobody wants to see that,
Yeah,
including me.
I'm gonna teach you how to two-step. It's super simple,
Maybe.
real simple, and you just bob your head a little bit. You don't even look bad. Just look cool. You don't sweat. There's a reason why I don't dance because I don't like sweating. I hate sweating.
You ever watch that movie Hitch? Will Smith,
Yeah, I've seen that.
Kevin James.
I saw it.
When he teaches him how to
Mhm.
dance, that's what that's going to be like.
That is
And he
That's
slaps
rough.
him because he's
Yeah.
terrible at it. You're gonna slap the shit out of me.
I wouldn't slap you, but I might record it. I'll put it on the on the website.
Maybe we'll do it.
I'll put it on the
We'll do it.
on the Instagram page.
Show me dancing.
Yeah, like oh shit, here goes Slim. Oh god. So all right.
I don't know, man. I think we said it all.
I think so. Yeah,
Leave some topics for episode 8.
yeah. And you didn't mess up on my name this episode, so kudos.
That could be the first time. It only took 8 episodes.
Yeah. I told you it was a trade in episode 7. Yeah, episode 7. Which you refused to say smooth.
Yeah,
Smooth. I trained you.
it could
So
have
we're good
worked.
to go.
I almost slipped earlier in the show, but I caught myself.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where? When?
I only said your name once, I think, just so. And I caught myself though.
Well, I'm proud of you. This is a major accomplishment. This is a milestone for you.
Good.
So
All right. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure.
yes,
Another
it
one in the
has.
bag. Folks, please visit askablackguy.com.
Yeah, send your comments in.
Send the comment in.
Oh, and don't forget topic of the week too. You definitely gotta hit topic of the week. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, maybe in our next episode we'll bring up some of the results from the older ones.
That'd be nice to go through.
And follow us, Instagram at Ask a Black Guy.
Yeah, or Facebook, Ask a Black Guy.
Yeah.
We even got a YouTube channel. We don't really put too much on it though, but we need to start putting stuff on there. When we start our videos, our vlogging, it'll be Ask a Black Guy.
And let us know about merch.
Yeah.
What you
that's
guys
what
would
we'll
like.
see.
Would you like hats, t-shirts, mugs?
Keychains.
Yeah, whatever.
I like hats.
That'll help us decide what to put our focus on. See what people use the most.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.